They'd warned the migrants for several days their camp in Dunkirk would be cleared. Today, finally, the French police followed through on the eviction order and arrived at dawn. For those who've been living here these last 9 months, it was an unpleasant way to wake up. While they wouldn't call this a home, this former sports facility did offer them respite, somewhere to pitch their tents with toilets and showers while they waited to attempt a channel crossing. But those shelters were soon unceremoniously demolished. The tents and sleeping bags donated by charities will all be destroyed. The occupants were told to gather the few possessions they had and line up. In the hours they were forced to wait, tempers frayed, until finally it was time to board the bus to different locations around France. They're given no choice about where they're going, but many aren't planning on staying anyway, remaining resolute on getting to Britain. Despite the show of police strength this morning, there is an absurdity to this situation because the migrants know that in a few days they'll be free to return to the French coast to try and cross the Channel again. Among the 1,000 migrants leaving today were dozens of women and children. Some were so young they must have spent most of their lives on the road, with little sign that will end.
I think it's pretty futile. At the end of the day, this happens to refugees far too often, and refugees will keep coming back because at the end of the day, this is not a solution.
And how would you sum it up in a word?
Well, it's just appalling. It's inhumane.
René Lebeg lives in a flat overlooking the camp and worries the migrants will be forced to live rough elsewhere in Dunkirk. He says he has sympathy for the migrants up to a point, but thinks the French government should find a permanent place for them to stay. Many of those in this camp have already paid money to people smugglers to get them across the Channel, so they are determined to return. This facility will no longer be an option, so they'll be forced to camp elsewhere. Displacing people seems to be the strategy, but it's hardly a solution to an intractable problem. Dan Rivers, News at 10, Dunkirk.